Okay, so we're going to keep going. Christina Kuchle manages Ohio's Scenic Rivers program, and a program aimed at protecting remaining high-quality streams in the northwestern portion of the state for the Ohio DNR. So, Christina, thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Yeah, you guys mentioned two words that I had put in my notes for being the panelist up here, which were communicating positively with the public and externalities. And yes, my name is Christina Kuchle. I am the Northwest Region Scenic Rivers Manager for the Ohio Department of Natural Resources. And I have the pleasure to be charged with overseeing the Maumee and Sandusky designated state scenic rivers. So the Sandusky has been a designated state scenic river since 1970. We cover 65 miles of the river for that designation portion, from Wyandotte County through Seneca County into Sandusky County. It ends around Fremont. And then we have 95 miles of the Maumee as a designated state scenic river, and has been designated since 1974. And the designation covers areas in Paulding, Defiance, Henry, Wood, and Lucas counties. So I'm very pleased and feel very privileged to have the job to oversee these excellent river systems. And we spend a lot of our time at Scenic Rivers communicating with the public and showing the public and trying to empower them with knowledge for water quality. So we have an excellent stream quality monitoring program. We have 150 sites where we train volunteers, from children to adults, to do biological monitoring with aquatic macroinvertebrates. And it's a very popular program. We have over 300 trained volunteers with us statewide that donate anywhere from 2,700 to 3,000 hours of time to help get to know these rivers and monitor the aquatic macroinvertebrates. And has anybody gone down to State Fair yet? If you haven't gone down to State Fair, we have our last day tomorrow. You can pass by our aquatic macroinvertebrate stream tank, where we have a whole tank set up, and we will actually put crayfish in the hands of kids and adults. And a lot of them, it's their very first time really being able to interact with some kind of an aquatic resource. It's really fantastic. Statewide, our education is just huge. We reach probably 30,000 people a year. We're a pretty small program with only 5 full-time staff statewide. And in Scenic Rivers, I can't emphasize enough that we very much have a grassroots approach to our conservation of our designated state scenic rivers. We have 15 statewide. And that grassroots approach really allows us to build great relationships with research institutions, nonprofit institutions, and also private landowners. Each river has an advisory council, and that advisory council advises the scenic rivers of what they would like to see happen in their watershed in terms of conservation. And I'm very pleased to be so well supported by private landowners in the Western Lake Erie Basin that are farmers that really want to see the right thing done on the landscape. So it's wonderful. And in terms of the talks today, I hope that as we move forward in gathering research and gathering numbers for, how much uptake could occur here, what can we do to make this better, I hope too that we can all take a moment to step back and study history and figure out what happened in history to get us here. I think that's really important and very informative in teaching us some of the mechanisms that drive some of today's issues. And it's really wonderful, too, that in terms of water quality, we have a lot of great support through H2 Ohio. And yes, we are looking to work through our partners across the Maumee and Sandusky River watersheds to see if there are some projects that would be eligible for H2 Ohio. So if anyone is in either of these basins and there is a potential wetland project, please get in touch with us, and it may be a good one to consider. So I think this whole conference has been very exciting. It's great to hear the global perspectives, and I think it's important to get global perspectives. Sometimes there can be a hyper-local focus, and I think it's great to look outside that local area into this larger context of the world to see how other people are thinking about these issues, some of the other challenges they have, because it's diversity of thought. And with diversity of thought, I think we can get some really good solutions.
All right, thanks so much, and thank you for bringing up the cultural value of these ecosystems. Right, we heard from Lauren about the understanding that the aesthetics and the connection to nature that we seek to do, and also how important is this topic in the education space, right? That especially with youth, right? That how many of our kids have lost the connection to nature with video games and all of the rest of it. That and how many of them have been in a wetland? How many of them held a crayfish? So thank you for bringing that up. It's all part of the value that we're talking about here. So thank you.